Have you ever wondered why ice floats on water? I mean, you drop a few cubes in your drink and they just bob to the top like tiny white boats. But if you try this with most other substances, the solid version usually sinks right to the bottom. So, what's going on here? Why is water so weird? Let's break it down. Most things get denser as they freeze. Picture honey or molten metal. When they solidify, their particles pack closer together, making the solid heavier and denser than the liquid. That's why solid metal sinks in liquid metal. But water? Water plays by its own rules. When it cools down and starts to freeze, something amazing happens at the molecular level. Water molecules, which are shaped sort of like little boomerangs, begin to lock together in a special pattern, a crystal lattice. This is all thanks to something called hydrogen bonding. Basically, the molecules grab onto each other, but they can't get too close. Each molecule keeps a polite distance, leaving little pockets of empty space between them. More space between molecules means less density. So, solid ice actually takes up more room than the same amount of liquid water. That's why a liter of ice weighs less than a liter of water, about 9% less dense, in fact. And physics says, if something is less dense, it floats on top of something denser. That's ice on water every time. Here's a quick fact for you. Water reaches its maximum density at 4 degrees Celsius. That means just before it freezes, it's at its heaviest. After that, as it turns to ice, it actually gets lighter. Now, why does this matter? Well, imagine a world where ice sank instead of floated. In winter, lakes and oceans would freeze from the bottom up. The ice would pile up on the floor, crushing everything living there and making life in the water almost impossible, especially through harsh winters. But because ice floats, it forms a protective layer on top, insulating the water below and keeping aquatic life alive and well. So next time you see ice floating in your drink, remember, there's some seriously cool science happening right in your glass. Water is the oddball of the universe, and if it weren't, life as we know it might not even exist. Stay curious and keep asking those why questions. See you next time.